Hey, good morning. Hope you're doing well. Still got some issues from my sinus infection last week, somehow draining and draining and draining. So maybe I'm dying, who knows? I don't know if I care if I'm dying anymore. Not that I'm trying to kill myself. Today is Amavasya. Amavasya is what in the US they would call the new moon. The black moon they call some places also, because there's no sight of the moon for, it's actually only for 1 minute. But the time in Tantra is considered a reset button. So the cycle of the moon is 28-ish days. And typically, when they discovered the cycles of the moon, they realized that most of the women, their own menstrual cycles were lined up with that same cycle of the moon. So around this time, everyone was in the same place, or full moon. Now it's kind of gotten all different because we're so divorced from the circadian rhythms of daytime, nighttime, and all this stuff. I'm talking thousands of years ago. This is how it was. When you worship a fierce Devi, an Ugra Devi, an Ugra Devata, Amavasya is a big, big celebration. So we have a kola. In Canada, it's called a kola, Bhuta kola. In Kerala, it's called Team. They are trained from a very young age to paint themselves, to dress up, and then they do a ritual that draws a certain deity into them. Some can do several different ones, some can only do one or two. And we have that tonight for Chamundi, Chamundeshwari, she's also called. Because Mysore is built around Chamundi Hill, so she is one of the patron deities of this area. And a lot of people come to see the kolas because it's a very large spectacle. It's very interesting, and it does shift the energy in the space. You think they're just dancing around and dressed up, but when you realize there's more going on than that, you have to acknowledge how you're feeling inside and how the energy of the kshetra is the living space that you're in, what that deity is in. It does change the energy of the space. We also do a few other things that are all to absorb the negative energy from the people who attend and allow the good energy that's being brought by the kola to take root in their system. So when they go home, they actually feel a lot better, typically. When we're here, we live here, we feel a lot better afterwards. The next morning you feel refreshed and light. So I'm hoping that the last vestiges of this cold stuff will melt away after this. But on a personal level, it's also a time that we can hit our own reset button. So if you're following the cycle of the moon, which is a thing, especially in South India. North India does a little less, but a lot of the cycles are following that with the temples and with the different festivals and holidays here are all done by the moon cycle. You can take this day or the night before or the day before and have an intention to move into your next day with, move into your next month with, to move into your next space with. So it's up to you to do this on a personal level, but that's something that you have to believe in also. So it's your it's your decision, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Do you have a focus in your life? Do you want to focus in your life? If you do, this is a great time to set one, an intention, a sankalpa in Sanskrit. Sankalpa is your intention as you move into the next phase of time. So What is that for you? It's also a time to come together, a time to possibly to celebrate for some people, and to realize bigger things. There's more going on in life, and that in this next cycle, maybe you can get into the flow of that and be a part of that. If you're following me because of Ashtanga Yoga, which is, I guess it's my claim to fame, I don't know. Ashtanga takes the time of the new moon and the full moon, Amavasya and Purnima, to take off of their practice. These times, so technically, Patabi used to say because the three planets are in a line, it makes it's a time for rest because the energy gets more intense, which is true. The sun, the moon, and the earth are in a alignment. That's why the moon just seems to disappear, and when it's full, that's another reason why it seems to appear so fully. They're in a different alignment. So it's a good time to give your body rest and let your body recover from all of the physical activity that we do in the Ashtanga practice. I still do, I know the Ashtanga Yoga pranayama sequence. So what I do is when I was studying Kundalini Yoga, there's a little spine flex sequence. You sit, so it's very simple. But it does get my spine lined up, which is a problem for me. So when I get that done first. It takes less than 5 minutes. And then I do the pranayama sequence of Ashtanga, which can be a half an hour to an hour, depending on if I'm doing a full version or a shortened version. Just to get the Shakti moving inside my body so that I feel better. So my spine feels great, my shoulders feel great, my neck feels great. I've been waking up with a lot of neck stiffness lately because I've been sleeping like a rock due to the sinus infection. So it's nice to have my neck feeling free and able to move, and my spine to feel supportive and open to life in general. Something, that's coming from someone who's had spinal issues his whole life. So these are just a couple ideas of what to do. The deepest idea is to take rest. If you're doing a physical thing, like even a workout, to take rest from that, but to not release your awareness. Keep that same level of awareness, and move into a sankalpa with that level of awareness for your life, and take that same level of consciousness and awareness into your day, into your full life. Meditate. Let your mind relax. If you have a mantra, chant it an extra amount of times. If you have several mantras, chant all of them while you're sitting, and let your body relax while your mind is being preoccupied with this mantra. If you have no mantra, try to let your mind relax and observe the thoughts that come up, and just sit and be present on the earth that you're on, and feel the earth beneath you, feel the sky above you, and feel that line of energy coming down from the crown chakra all the way to the root chakra, but along your inner spine. And then see how your day goes. Your body will be happy to have a rest if you're doing Ashtanga. So don't overdo that. It's okay to have a rest. It is part of the practice. And we used to do oil baths, not on the moon days, but on one day a week, and took rest then also. But people, I think, have forgotten that. It's a lost art. Anyway, just try something different. See how it goes for you. It's a great time for your sadhana. Sadhana means to take all of your senses and turn them inside, and see what comes out of that. Okay? Have a great day. It's morning here. Great afternoon, great evening. And I'll talk to you again soon. Ciao.